Hello Facebook ads people, I'm Konstantinos, and today we need to talk about the future of Facebook ads in 2023. So this is a follow-up video for a video that I have created early in the 2023, which was called My Facebook Ads Philosophy for 2023. There are some things that I want to discuss with you, and it's mostly for the people that they're following all of my content. I'm reading your comments, I'm seeing your emails that you are sending me. Some people that are watching my content for 6, 7, 8 months and then they send me an email. So I know that there are people out there that they are not even contacting me, but they are watching the content. And this video is for all of you that you have been here for a long period watching my content, and you know what kind of philosophy we have for Facebook ads in this channel. Let's go straight away. First of all, you know that I'm a big fan of the crazy method. The crazy method is something that I have used extensively for several years, but I think that we're going towards the end of it, and let me explain what I mean by that. Whatever we're going to discuss here in terms of consolidation working and about the crazy method, everything, it's for the trained pixels. When we are having new pixels and new ad accounts, yes, you can use the crazy method, you can use lookalikes, you can use the crazy method with interest, you can use stacked lookalikes, you can use all of my methods because you need them. At this point, you haven't trained your pixel into a point that you're going to have a broad targeting pixel that's going to work with everything. So these strategies are not something that we will stop using, especially in new ad accounts and startups and in ad accounts that they are struggling and we're trying to find a solution. But for the trained ad accounts that we are scaling, I must say that just using, for example, Advantage Plus campaigns without any CBO campaign, it's working flawlessly. I have case studies that I prove it. The consolidation method, it's working. I can see that now in my crazy method campaigns, even on smaller accounts, instead of, there are times back in the day that I was doing 50 ad sets in a $500 or a $1,000 CBO campaign. Now, because the consolidation method is working better, I'm going to do, for example, 15 ad sets. What do I mean by the consolidation method doing better? I mean this. I don't believe that we should do what the agencies are doing and we were mocking, like doing one campaign for testing, ABO, one campaign CBO, which was going to have broad targeting with one ad set and all of the budget there, and another retargeting campaign. Now, some people even saying that you should not even do retargeting, which I have explained in my podcast or another video, that the retargeting is something that is always going to be there as a base theory. We cannot just avoid it, but there are accounts that they are not going to need it and accounts that are going to need it. Just don't approach every business like it's the same, and that if in one business you don't need retargeting, it means that you don't need in the other business retargeting. Now that the parenthesis about retargeting has closed, let's continue with analyzing the consolidation. I have seen by doing the crazy method again and again, and in new ad accounts, and in older ad accounts, that now it needed less ad sets in order to be more effective. How? Because I have an intuition and I have experience when I'm optimizing campaigns, and I understand if they are going fast, if they are optimizing well or not. So my thing that I started changing already, and I need to update you on that, is that I'm using less ad sets inside the crazy method, and that you should not use a lot, you should not scatter your budget a lot. If you were going, for example, to do just a math to have $20 per ad set, now I would go with $40, $50 per ad set in order to decide how many ad sets I'm going to put. Don't start now doing campaigns with $40, $50 per ad set. Just understand what kind of numbers you have in your business, and if back in the days you were doing 4 ad sets, now maybe you need to do 3. If you were using 15 ad sets, maybe now you should do 12 or 10. Start using it like this into your crazy method, or in general into your CBO optimization. Let's not generalize this to the crazy method, and you are going to see that it's going to have better results, because the ad sets, as single ad sets, they need more budget in order to operate better. Another thing that is changing drastically is the lookalikes and the interests. I don't believe that we need these things anymore into big ad accounts with trained pixels and everything. And by that I mean that back in the day I would do lookalikes, I would do interest, I would do broad targeting, I would do all of my methods in another account, and I would scale like this. Now, after the Advantage Plus has come to the game, the thing that I'm seeing is that you can just operate with Advantage Plus campaigns and the whole game is transitioning to creatives. You need to have a lot of creatives, you need to do Advantage Plus campaigns, creatives, and this is how you're going to scale. This is why I have introduced the pain point method, because I believe that this is the way to find ways of having more creatives. You are focusing more on your copy, but you're not focusing so much now into your targeting as a broad lookalike or interest, because you know that your pixel is more than capable of doing this job. So you're working with an Advantage Plus campaign, which is a consolidation method, and you're working more by creating more copies or more entry points from the different pain points that we explain in the pain point method, with the help of AI tools, of course, like ChatGPT, and you're doing more creatives based on that also. That means that the consolidation is here to stay, and it makes total sense, guys, because the Facebook platform has actually been created through a mind process that it was all about, let's make it super easy for everyone. Then iOS came, things became super difficult because, you know, when you have something simple and you add this, you add this, you add this, you add this, you make it complex. So Facebook is trying to make it again a very simple platform that everybody could use, and it was going to be effective for them. And Advantage Plus is one of these campaigns that it shows you all of the different settings, and then you are just having, you're just taking care of the copies and the creatives. The lookalikes and the interests are not going to go away. The crazy method is not going to go away. The stacked lookalikes are not going to go away as methods, but they're going to be used more into new ad accounts. Into older ad accounts with trained pixel, we will go more with Advantage Plus campaign, broad targeting, and eventually all of us, we're going to have them and focus more on creatives and copies. So all of these strategies that you're learning, they're going to be more crucial at the starting steps of an ad account, but later it wouldn't make so much sense to use them and you would have to go to broad targeting. Of course, a very crucial thing is to learn how to optimize an Advantage Plus campaign, which we have a lot of videos that we explain it in this channel. I want to be super transparent with you because most of the times what would people do is that because they made a lot of money with the crazy method, they would follow it to the end, and they would say, this is what I like to call, not me, but it's being called like one trick pony. This channel is not a one-trick pony having only the crazy method. We deeply understand the Facebook ads in a much deeper level instead of just being super focused in one strategy just because it used to be working. The same happened also with the manual bidding. It used to be working, then stopped, now it worked again in the previous period for some time. My whole purpose of teaching you stuff is so that you can understand all of them, analyze them, find your own methods, it's fine, and at the end of the day, see if you can use any of these methods into your specific needs. So all of these are here, they're going to stay, but I'm not going to lie to you and telling you that even on scaling on the accounts, I'm just still using the crazy method. I don't have to, because I have the different creatives and I have the Advantage Plus, and I don't have to do it. Even if we talk about consolidation and we know that Facebook wants to make the platform easier and easier and easier, I still don't believe that you should have consolidation into your account. I don't believe that you should do one Advantage Plus campaign, for example, with all of your budget. I believe that you should do several. And I'm showing in the last case studies that I showed you from United States, United Kingdom, how I scaled. I use the assets of each month or each 15 days that I'm getting new creatives. I do an Advantage Plus. If it's working, I'm keeping it. I do then another one, another one. And then this is creating a structure which is much more solid. For example, the previous month, May, we had actually a pretty bad last 15 days with very high CPMs and stuff. Most probably it was happening because the Senate and Biden in United States, they couldn't agree about the bankruptcy in United States, which nobody believed that it was going to happen. But if you see something like this every day into the channels, you're not going to buy your favorite t-shirt from an e-commerce store. So we had very high CPMs, not good results. Now we can see that everything is back to normal and everything is working properly. So in this period, all the other accounts that they were just having only one campaign with all of the budget, the only solution that they had, it was actually to go and lower the budget immediately. okay, in this one campaign. If you had several campaigns though, and there are cases that I had that, you had more stability because you could focus in the ones that they were doing better than the others, and you can just lower the budget in the ones that they were doing worse in terms of ROAS. So you had solutions, you had something to do instead of the other, which means that maybe close your ads and start them all over again and scale, or have to lower your budget just into your own campaign without knowing which of the ads is the one that should have taken less budget. So consolidation is working, and it has been pushed heavily because of the fact that we have a lot of Advantage Plus campaigns right now running, which is making the whole consolidation system better and better and better. The more people using the Advantage Plus is becoming better because it's feeding the algorithm with a lot of data. This is why Facebook is giving us all of these credits in order to take more data and make it better. This is what is going to happen also with the shop ads, which I believe that they are going to be another future feature that all of us are going to use. Anyway, they announced that we're going to use them as a mandatory option on the 24th of April. It's going to be final. And I think that this is also another thing, but I have a video also about that, explaining how my view about the shop ads. Consolidation, okay, it's working. Start transitioning more to consolidation into your crazy method. The moment that we're going to have only one campaign with one ad set working, that means it's going to be the end of CBO, but also the end of the crazy method, because then we will just use only one ad set for everything. We're not still at that point. The crazy method is working on smaller accounts. I want you to understand that the same way that I have the courage to tell you that you should not do it on bigger accounts that you are scaling, I want you to understand that I'm also honest with you, telling you that it's working very well on smaller accounts. If you are using it into a scaling account and crazy method is still working, it means that you are not yet to the point that your broad targeting is working flawlessly.
You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
So, I was actually watching the video. I recorded this on June, and now it's August, and obviously, I want you to know that whatever I say about Facebook ads maybe is going to change. So I'm just doing a small update here, one small recording, just to say something which I really didn't like from the message that you might get from this video. While I was doing this, I still haven't reached the point in some of my other accounts that I have done so many Advanced Plus campaigns in one ad account, and then I realized that the maximum number that you can do per ad account is actually 8. So at that point, I realized that, okay, I'm doing 8 Advanced Plus, and if I want to do more campaigns, as I'm going to show you some case studies, I guess, in September of what I have done during June and how I scaled businesses from 80K to actually double the amount on the next month. But I wouldn't be able to do it without the crazy method stack lookalikes and crazy method broad targeting, because this has helped me a lot when I reach the point in some other accounts of having 8 Advanced Plus campaigns to be able to use another strategy. And what else I was going to use? I was going to use, of course, my crazy method stack lookalikes and my crazy method broad targeting. And they worked flawlessly, don't get me wrong, they were doing pretty well. I guess what I was trying to say here is that if you have space to do only Advanced Plus campaigns, maybe it can work pretty well for you, and you should focus more into the creatives instead of focusing to the strategy and to the optimization. Of course, you need to optimize your Advanced Plus, but at the end of the day, if you think of it, you will reach to the point that if you follow me, you're going to go and you're going to have 8 Advanced Plus campaigns, and then you're not going to be able to create more because this is the limit per another account. And then you have the option of doing stack lookalikes and broad, of course, with the crazy method. And this is going to help you scale even more and more and more by just doing what we do and having a lot of campaigns in one account. I just wanted to clear this out because while I was reviewing this video so that I can give my approval, I found out that maybe it would be misleading and I'm not doing this. But now that I fixed it, you have no excuse. have a nice summer, guys, and have nice vacations. And I hope you're going to get a very good suntan because we're going and get rest because we're going to need it. We have a very big Black Friday coming, and gather your energy. You're going to need it. Have a nice day. Bye.
So that you can do a transition only to broad targeting, or maybe you don't have Advantage Plus yet, but eventually you're going to have it. So this is what I'm discussing in this video. So consolidation is working. Start going towards consolidation, but don't go into consolidation of your account. You can have several campaigns and you can have options when something is going to be bad, because Facebook is like this, okay? It has ups and downs based on how people are doing ads. Maybe they're going to see on the forums that ads are doing very well, everybody's coming to the platform, the CPMs are rising, they're having bad results, then they're leaving, then they're coming again, and we have all of this. Plus we have things that they are influencing, the war in Ukraine. We had Joe Biden now with the bankruptcy. 2 years or 3 years ago, I don't remember, the election of the Biden, which was a disaster in September because everybody was advertising at that period for the elections, and so on and so on. We have so many outside factors and inside factors that they are going to change things from time to time. So you need to have options with your different campaigns, even if all of your campaigns are Advantage Plus campaigns. And the game is transitioning more now to the shop ads, and is transitioning more to the creatives and the copy that you're going to have. Of course, in the future, with the help of the AI, more and more and more, and the new tools that are going to come. That's my whole view. That's what I wanted to tell you in order to feel like I'm clearing my chest. I have told you all of these things into the podcast and everything, but I know that not all of you are watching the podcasts. Nothing else. I guess if you want to learn more, guys, you can check my book, all of my other videos, my free course and my paid course and my website. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.